I do skip the travel back, but sometimes I want the travel to explore the remainder of the area. And know where I'm going and like choose to finish other quests before I finish one quest. I'm intrigued by this marker. Must know what it is. Well, they apparently don't have a bordel in here. Is it on the top floor? Don't mind me. Just the co-op version, I guess. Because now, instead of being in the camp, I was and exploring the remainder of that area, I have to go to the house and see where I should go next from here. Where is my house even?
Flasks, you'll find the quintessence of alchemy, the best potions and the most efficient concoctions.
How did I run past it?
At the fiery flasks, you'll find
Rusa,
the
rusa.
quintessence of
No. Oh. Plus 10%, stun, combo speed, magic cost. Hmm. Useful to stay alive. "19, 21. 21 is a long way to go. Long way to go. Father Justinius, Trouble Eden. We'll have to get him on my team now. We don't even get to know which one is close. I think you hate him too much. You hate her too much. Poor guy. Now I feel bad for him. Gets hated on just because of one line. I magically chose the right camp fire. Absolutely blindly. Did we check up here last time? Yes. That's where we got the skill point. I think all their voice lines get repeated in a similar way. Like, I don't think it's just Kurt. I think every one of them repeats their voice line at the same trigger in the same amount of time. But apparently it's just the specific voice line that stands out because of either of his voice or the content. My eyes are not cooperating today. Why is there a main quest in here? In the same area? Might accidentally trigger main quest for something. I should keep to the left side.
Seek fluid intake.
Hello. It's the land sharks. Ooh, nice kick.
May the shadow engulf our enemies!
Maybe he's just louder than others for some reason. They look like sharks. Look at their faces. They look like land sharks. Those are gonna fall up down on my head. This is the first time I saw them before they fall on me. Look, they're gonna jump scare me.
Protect me in this battle. May the shadow engulf.
I'm glad that now I know how they look when they're about to jump scare me. Because they literally jump scared me like 3 times last time. That's cursed, indeed it is. I think we like look at their... No. Where they were. These are also very cursed. Look at their cursed faces. I kinda hate them the most. No, there. Then shark. Hairy land shark. Now, how can we ruin these people's lives? Appeal to better nature of travelers. What an astounding. My brother decided to explore it and never returned. When you were to find his body, please dig a grave for him so that he may rest in peace. He must still have his co-person him.
An astounding place.
My mother told me about this place. She said that the village was devoured by the houses of the sons. How could their chief accept this?
All that's left to do is find Father Justinius.
Very aggressive, your clans have built a nest north of Eden. Be cautious if you need to follow the road to the northeast or go into the bushes. Oh. A vote will be offered for destroy this nest. They also private trap. Okay. I can just keep those active. This is like one of the examples of assimilation. They swallowed the village and the natives who decided to convert live in here. Probably. And I'm building a freaking church.
Welcome to Eden, the lighthouse of
And of
faith,
course it's called
harmony,
Eden.
and civilization in these wild lands.
Thank you. Desarde. I am the legate of the merchant congregation.
And I am Father Justinius. Delighted. And what may I do for you?
Don't you hate that? Am I dropping frames? I don't think so, but... It looks like my stream might be lagging. I don't know. Anyway. Maybe it's just my video player. My tracking is off again. Oh, that's probably the cutscene thing. Also, I might... Thanks for reminding me. I can try to improve it a little bit. Unfortunately, Has my model been jumping around the whole day? That's Sedge. Our Steam. Steam. Smooth earlier, nice. That does. I think the cutscenes, not cutscenes. Cutscenes tank it a little bit.
The Mother Cardinal has asked me to investigate the theft of these tablets you discovered.
That's excellent news. The loss of the tablets is a catastrophe. We have to find them at all costs. If you want to learn more about these tablets, you should go ask Sister Eugenia. She supervises the theologians who discovered them, and were also guarding them. You should find her a bit further in the village, with her colleagues.
Who are the suspects of this theft?
The heretical brutes of the village of Vedlug most likely had a hand in this. They must have wanted to please the demons they worship by stealing the holy word from us.
How could they have learned of the tablets' existence?
Perhaps the demons are giving them this power. Unless one of the natives living in the village innocently mentioned them. They are so naive. Either way, I am certain that the heretics are involved in this matter.
I must leave you. Goodbye.
May the enlightened always keep you in their divine blessing.
I wonder how my people could accept the priests settling in their home like this.
It all seems a bit too convenient. If we find out some information about the history of Eden, maybe we'll change our view on things. The theft of the relic is probably not a coincidence.
As I was trying to say before I got distracted by the lagging. Don't you find it so disgusting that how religious people always try to build a language to make them put themselves into a position of power? The father, mother, calling everyone my child to put themselves above them. Yeah, I think it's gonna be jumpy in places depending on the scene. Nope, did not mean to do that.
Father.
I'm glad to see you, my child. What can I do for you?
Tell me about how you created this village.
Let's get some lore.
We did not create it from the ground up. It was built around an existing native village.
You don't say?
The islanders called it Vigsenegad, which translates to the village of the old sage.
Huh.
We saw it as a sign. The natives had probably chosen this name in memory of Saint Matthias.
I think they have their own sages.
Everything here fit the description of Saint Lucius. The discovery of the tablets proved us right. So, we decided to rebuild our Eden here, in the
Right on
spirit
top of
peace
other people.
and harmony which is described in the scriptures.
Why share this village with the natives?
To replicate and resume the work of our founder, of course. If he came here and managed to convert the natives, then it is our duty to do the same thing. By living side by side with them, it is much easier for us to pass on our teachings.
How well do you get along with the natives who live here?
Very well, of course. Especially since those who opposed our presence left.
Left? To go where?
Oh, to other villages, I imagine. Does it even matter? Those who stayed are on the path of enlightenment. Some of their legends must have been about Saint Matthias. That helped to convince them.
And how well have neighboring villagers welcomed you?
With some reluctance, to be perfectly honest. So, we sent them missionaries. There are still frequent conflicts with the village of Vedlug, a highly violent village of heretics. But the other villages, the more peaceful ones, are slowly starting to listen to the sacred word.
There are no Onol Manawi and no warriors here either. Did they all leave?
Perfect harmony takes time, my child. I have no doubt that one day we will manage to convince your kind to convert. But in the meantime, we must settle for the miracle of great coexistence that this place already represents.
She looks so
Nobody thought
disgusted.
we could live side by side with your people. And yet...
I find it very strange. She says there's no Illuminati. Would probably mean the ones that can use magic. Although I'm not sure. And there are no warriors, so basically like women and children. The women who are not warriors, because half of their women are warriors, I think. And like craftsmen, people who cannot defend themselves stayed, and anyone who has power is not welcome.
I must leave you. Goodbye.
May the enlightened always keep you in their divine blessing.
You're not against religious figures trying to appear a soft parental figure. I am kinda against, because I think the point is not even about like what the figures, specific figures are trying to do, what they're trying to appear as, but as the whole this language of religion that puts priests and other people above others. Like the whole idea of calling priests fathers and mothers as a language issue is disgusting to me.
Hello. I am Lair, the village leader. Well, I was the leader of this village.
Hello. De Sardet. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
There are Onol Manawi among the Logead Blau. I did not know that. What do you want from me?
I think I'm the only Olnominavi.
I have heard a lot of things about this village of Eden, but I'd like to hear your version.
I'm not sure I have the answers to all of your questions, but I'll try.
Tell me about the arrival of the people of Thélème and how you received them.
The priests were roaming around the village. They were saying that it was the place where their saint had lived. They were asking questions, talking about the Lloyd and all these things. One morning they were building houses next to ours. And we had new neighbors.
Just like that?
The priests told me that they had managed to convert you. How did that happen?
As long as we refused to listen to them. They were violent, and they destroyed some of our sanctuaries. So we let them talk. And now that they think that we love their god, they leave us alone. Some of the things they say are beautiful, and their magic is impressive. But we do not forget our spirits.
Now that they think we love their god.
One of the theologians told me that you had helped them in their research.
They wanted to find tracks of the old sage, of the one they call Saint Matthäus, and they were rummaging through everything. Our Donegad did not want to tell them anything, because the old sage is sacred here. But since they violently interrogated everyone, I thought it wise to guide them to the place where the stones were.
Your religion referred to leaders as pastors. Yeah, that's another one. Pastors and flocks. That's an interesting language issue. Who are you then supposed to be? Sheep? Language is a scary thing, language.
What happened to your warriors? Why did they have to leave the village?
They did not accept the presence of the priests and their questions. They tried to retake the village. They even asked Deirdre, the chief of Vedlug, for her help. So, the priests called the Soul Lasser, the Burning Suns, and they killed many of them. I asked for peace, and the others left us. They wanted to join Vedlug. Perhaps they have done so.
Aren't you angry after all that happened?
No. I mourn those who died, of course, and the Vorstyrent. But this village may be our opportunity.
Your opportunity for what?
For the Renaigse to understand who we are. Not savages, nor monsters, but men, perhaps wiser than they are.
To the pastor, not to the pastor specifically, but like in concept of the religion. If there's a pastor, what are the people who are under his influence called?
I have to go.
Like so many others.
What are you as compared to the pastor? Let's go talk to peoples.
Yori, I have never seen a Renaigse on Olmanawi.
Well, now you have. Brother
I'm
Virgil.
busy. If you have questions, go see Sister Eugenia. She's our supervisor.
You don't look busy to me.
Hello. The Mother Cardinal asked me to help you find the tablets that were stolen. Can I ask you some questions?
Of course. But hurry, I have a lot to do.
I didn't mean like his role and as you personally see him, but like in a language sense. If you take, for example, an outsider and you don't actually talk about what the pastor does to you, for you, in the religion, but talk it as like a language concept, and there's a religion, and there's a pastor, and what the people who are not pastors called in the religion, like what are people under the pastor's influence are called inside the concept of that religion. I don't actually mean like their role and what they do, like what you would describe them as, but like just as a language model concept.
I talked to Father Justinius. He told me that you were supervising the theologians here.
Indeed. It is under my supervision that the research on Saint Matthias is conducted.
Where were the tablets the night they were stolen?
We were keeping them in one of the village's shacks. We intended to bring them to San Matthias later. But first, we wanted to examine them in order to obtain as much information as possible. You can go and take a look in the shack if you want to, but I couldn't find any traces of forced entry.
I imagine that someone was keeping watch over them.
Of course, we took turns guarding the shack. But some of us can't have taken the task that seriously. If I remember correctly, it was Brother Virgil who was guarding them that night.
Followers then a general term for people. Like, followers are a general term for people who follow certain religion. But it is still follower in contrast to the pastor. Like, who are you to your pastor? For example. Would they call you child?
Whom do you suspect of being the thief?
Alas, I'm afraid
Brother?
there are many suspects.
That's interesting.
These tablets are priceless relics. Some settlers may have fallen prey to the lure of profit.
So he's a
The
pastor, but
heretical
you're a brother.
natives of Vedlug may have wanted to take them away from us, or it could have been vengeance by those who had to leave the village.
Well, thank you for these pieces of information.
I am the one who should be thanking you, especially if you managed to retrieve the tablets for us.
If I manage.
The Mother Cardinal told me that this village had been developed on the basis of St. Lucius's writings. Are you one of the theologians who helped in its creation?
Yes. I was sent here to confirm that this place is indeed the one described in the writings, and then I stayed.
What was the reaction of the natives when you arrived here?
Most of them were not in favor of us living amongst them. They were afraid we might chase them out of their own village. And there were even more protests once we started talking about searching for traces of Saint Matthias. I suppose they thought we would destroy all of their raised stones and other places of superstition.
And religion don't exactly have that father-child hierarchy, since we generally see ourselves as equal followers. It's interesting then that he's still called pastor then. It's probably like the difference between like father something something, calling a priest a father, and calling a priest a like brother something something.
Were there any confrontations with the natives?
Yes. The warriors of the village attacked us. The Ordo Luminous actually had to intervene. The Inquisition managed to make them run away. The islanders tried to attack again with the support of Vedlug, but we stood our ground. And when Lur, the chief of the village, finally accepted our presence, things calmed down.
Thank you. This information will certainly prove to be useful. Thank you.
Will
I
it
will let
really?
you work.
If you are saying that these tablets bear writings from the very hand of our holy founder, then we must find them. Without them, all our research to trace the life of Saint Matthias on this island is doomed to failure. If these savages have stolen them, we will have to take them back, by force if necessary.
That one is already ready for war again.
Greetings. Desade. I'm handling the investigation into the theft of the tablets. Sister Eugenia told me to talk to you.
I'm Brother Virgil. What would you like to know?
See, this one's brother.
According to your colleague, you were the one in charge of guarding the tablets on the night of the theft. Is that right?
Indeed.
What can you tell me about that night? Did you hear or see anything?
No, nothing in particular. The night was quiet, and then the morning after, we saw they were gone.
Someone had to enter the shack to steal the tablets. How did that happen?
I have no idea. The door was closed in the morning, and the lock was intact.
Really now.
Do you suspect anyone in particular?
Not really. What I can tell you for sure is it is not one of us.
Well, Sister Eugenia did tell me that the tablets were priceless.
Of course. But our motivation is not the lure of profit. All that matters to us is their value as proof, not the money we could make out of them.
Do you think the culprit could be a native?
Well, since none of us did it, it seems obvious. There aren't many other settlers around here.
Does it now?
And the natives knew of the existence of these tablets before we found them. They were attached to them too, in their own way.
They are the ones who led you to them.
Well, we conducted the research, but they helped us find where they were hidden. Some inhabitants of the village are still giving us a hand with our work.
Well, thank you. I will investigate where the theft took place.
As you wish. But you won't find anything there. And why does it matter, anyway? There were witnesses to the discovery of these tablets. We have all the proof we need. And that's all that matters.
What do you mean?
Now we can prove Saint Matthias lived here. Our actions on this island are justified.
Oh.
To keep rummaging the way Sister Eugenia does will only create more tensions with the natives.
I see.
I was not expecting a theologian to say such things.
I think there's something on the tablets that he doesn't want people to know.
Have you been in Eden for a long time?
2 months, approximately. Back then, there were still some pagan natives in the village. I joined Sister Eugenia's team with some of my colleagues, so we could give them a fresh outlook on things. We arrived straight
I
from
think
Tuleme,
we'll have to kill this
hoping
one.
to study some new texts. But once we were here, I understood that my real mission was with the islanders. We must bring the light to this island.
Yeah, I think we're killing him.
You talked about a mission with the natives. What did you mean by that?
I may be under the command of Sister Eugenia here, but my superior is Bishop Domitius. Our mission is to banish pagan cults and convert
See?
the entire population to the light.
See?
The island belongs to Saint Matthias, and therefore to Tuleme, since the God of Light offered it to our founder.
See?
If your superior's Domitius, you are a member of the Ordo Luminis.
Exactly.
I did not expect to find one of its members side by side with the missionaries. They usually do not get along.
He's undercover.
The Order goes everywhere the light needs to be revealed.
You have a very unique way of seeing things.
Unique.
I doubt everyone accepts it.
Have I killed the guy who has so much? Not yet. Unfortunately, he's way up the food chain in this order. I will start with this guy probably.
How are your relations with the natives?
When I arrived, we were still trying to obtain information from them about Saint Matthias, but they were very reluctant to give us any answers. We were also trying to educate them. Our attempts eventually made some of the inhabitants of the village react badly. Most stubborn against our teachings, the warriors, and the marked. The ones the natives call the Onomanawi. They eventually left, and it has proved nothing but a blessing for us. I would like to go back to work now, if you don't mind.
Oh,
Of
I do
course.
mind.
I will leave you to your work. Goodbye. I knew that the story would be more complex than we'd been told.
The priests separated this village into 2 parts. The exiles must be broken-hearted, having left their clan behind.
Had they been wiser and accepted their new neighbors, they'd never have been forced to leave.
Either way, the resentment here is strong enough for a theft to occur.
I think I meant chain of command and not food chain, but it turned into a food chain.
There's only one entrance, and the door shows no evidence of a break-in.
This priest, Virgil, said that the night was calm. So
Calm.
calm that he probably
Calm.
fell asleep. So, the thieves only had to take the key from him.
It's very likely that that's what happened, but someone must have informed them. It can't be a coincidence that they decided to steal it during the watch of the only neglectful guard.
You think that the one who told them is in this village?
We know that this theft could be an act of vengeance by the natives who were forced to leave here. They must still have allies in the village. Family or friends. We should go talk to the chief of the natives. He will certainly know who's close to the exiles, and enough about the researchers to inform them.
The way she pronounces L as R is kinda Asian. Do you think I'm gonna kill a lot of people in Baldur's Gate 3 if I ever play it? Probably not wrong. If they deserve it, they must be dead. That's all I gotta say. Any bigots? Sociopaths? Religious fanatics that must convert other people? They all gonna die.
You have returned on Almanawi. Do you need something else?
I think I know who stole the tablets.
Do I?
Really?
I
Really?
believe those who were exiled from your village seek vengeance because the missionaries forced them to leave. They must have taken the tablets with the help of someone else who stayed here.
You may be right, but you may also be wrong.
Very true.
You do well to tell me what you know. Once the priests have reached the same conclusions as I have, how do you think they will interrogate you?
You're probably right. The Inquisitors would come back. And my people would suffer. I do not want to break the peace that I did all I could to make. I think the name of the woman you are looking for is Vindwal. She helps the priests who seek the old sage.
If she's helping the priests, why would she betray them now?
Her son is one of the warriors who had to leave the village. He is filled with anger and fury. If you go talk to her, please, do not hurt her. She is but a mother who acted according to her son's wishes.
I have no intention of hurting her. But things may not be so simple when it comes to her son.
I'd rather not hurt him
I
either.
have to go.
Like so many others.
His line is very funny. I have to go, like so many others. You leave me like so many others. Everyone leaves me. If we get through all the games I want to play this fall that actually are getting released this fall, we might make our way to Baldur's Gate 3 and see how short will my playthrough be. Almost rhymes.
Greetings. Are you Vindwal?
Bertia Tumad. Yes, that is me.
That is me.
What do you want?
What can you tell me about Lair, your former leader?
He is a man of peace. Some people dislike him, not me. Everything he did to save the village. But I think the mind shakers made him forget what we are. He almost speaks like them now.
I'm definitely gonna finish Yote before I pick up any other long playthroughs.
Listen, I know you helped the exiles to steal the tablets of St. Matthias.
No, this is not true. It wasn't me.
There's no point in denying it. I know you did it for your son who had to leave the village.
If you know that, then you know that I don't have the tablets. So what do you want from me?
The only means of alleviating the situation with Thélème is to give the priests their tablets back. So if you do not want your son to suffer their wrath, it would be best if I could retrieve them discreetly.
Bran and the rest of the exiles are hiding in the woods, beyond the stone circle. If you want to take the tablets away from them without being seen, do not take the path on the left. It is riddled with traps. And please, do not hurt my son.
Do not take the part on the left. There. Do they mean like this? Or is there a different fork? Will they tell us? Is a question. To be safe, I might want to try going this way. Like this. But we might come...
Maybe enlighten protect me in this battle.
You are... aggroing from very far away.
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
I think Baldur's Gate can only come into my life if I reach a point where I'm like, oh, I have nothing else to play for months. Nothing else is coming out. I have played everything I wanted to play in the immediate future. Nothing else is coming out. And that's when I might commit to Baldur's Gate. But who knows if this time, such time will come. Oh, these are tough. They also really volley at me. Stop that.
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
Does this count as a path on the right? And not on the left?
Here's the place that Vindwal indicated.
Oh, no,
The
this
exiles
is...
must be near.
These people have been banished already. There's no need to add death to their list of punishments. Let's try not to fight them.
Don't worry, we'll be discreet.
Remember that we were told the area on the left was a trap. It would be smarter to take the other path.
Oh. Think we're sneaky again. Dance music. Music. Natives. Tablets. They look heavy.
There, we found them. Now all that's left to do is return to Eden. What are you doing here?
I was worried for my son. I wanted to make sure that everything was fine.
Everything was fine.
I managed to retrieve the tablets discreetly.
Is she gonna stab
I'm
us?
glad to hear that you managed to retrieve them. I will go talk to my son now. He needs to stop seeking revenge and find a new clan.
That would indeed be wiser. Vengeance has no positive repercussions.
I don't know. Sometimes you just have to get rid of bad people. They're being bad. If only it was that easy to get rid of bad people there, oh, that's true. It's indeed a hot topic in the world right now. Actually, why we are playing fantasy games. So we can experience something we can't experience in real life. Satisfaction of justice. And vigilante.
Shadow engulf our enemies!
help our enemies.
These roly-polies are very tough. Where did Siora go? Why is Siora not here? There she is. Nice. The hell was that? Accidentally pressed the... Okay. Where was the other nest then? Next stream should be Sims to get selection owning a home? Well. Well. I don't know if I should tell you this or how I should tell you this. But as someone who retired from being redacted, usually you retire after you're able to retire. As in when you're maybe able to own a home. Partial at least. Or like... Also, instead of Sims I would prefer probably like House Flipper or something. I think House Flipper would have been a... There it is. Thank you for the 100 coins. Don't worry. This is the age difference. Well, also the times difference, but mostly the age difference.
I retrieved your relics.
Thank you. Thank you immensely. Thanks to them, we will be able to continue our research on St. Matthias.
I am curious to know who is responsible for this theft. The culprit must be brought to justice.
Must.
I do not want to point the finger at anyone. You have your relics back, and that's the only thing that matters.
Your indulgence honors you. But how can we be certain that these thieves will not strike again if they are not punished?
A good start would be to keep a better watch on the priceless treasures that you find.
Had you respected this village, you would not have to look for a culprit. You settled here without even asking those who lived here for their opinion on the matter. Instead of talking about harmony, start taking action to really make it happen.
But that is precisely what we desire more than anything. We may have been a bit clumsy in the beginning, but we'll make sure to improve things in the future. You really were a great help. I would be most grateful if you agreed to continue helping us.
I might come back at some point, but alas, I am very busy.
Naturally. Either way, we are certainly capable of continuing our research without you.
Why won't you let me kill him?
I must go back to my work. Our next expedition must depart as soon as possible.
Your next expedition?
Our brave researchers must continue to follow the tracks of our founder on this island. In the meantime, here, take this as a token of gratitude for the help you gave us.
Thank you. I hope your expedition will be a success.
I think... Wait a second, we'll be back. And then I will say it.